So we're going to deal with NLS. Let's have got BW on HANA system with IQ. Let's say I've got SAP IQ, which is a database. And I've configured this as the NLS course. You can understand this as a secondary database for my BW. Let's say I have a DSO or a queue. Let's say I have a DSO. Let's say this is holding 10 years of data in it. So if I hold 10 years of data in it, it has been occupied into HANA database. HANA is an in-memory database. We don't want to occupy much space in it. So what I'll do, the current year and the previous year, which is more frequently used for reporting, I'll try to hold it in the HANA system. And the remaining 8 years of data, I'll try to push into NLS, which is into IQ. And when the reporting is done, obviously it reads from IQ as well as your BW on HANA system also. So with this, we are reducing the space what is required or what is consumed in HANA database. That's the major focus on it. It's not that I can use IQ, I can use DB to others, but when you use IQ, since even this supports columnar database, like similar to HANA, SAP IQ also supports columnar storage of database. That's why when I use IQ as the NLS solution, that would have a high performance because your underlying table of DSO in HANA is a column store, and even in the NLS table in IQ is also going to be a column store. So that's where both are going to be a column store and giving you high performance here. Yeah. Now let's see this. What I've done is I've already installed Sybase IQ here. This is a database. So this is where I've installed my Sybase database, Sybase IQ database. So I've installed my Sybase IQ database, and we have some IQ demo database. I can show you. I can just connect to that through. We have different tools. Connect. I use Interact to SQL to connect to the database. I think there is a table. There are already some tables. I'm just trying to run this and see whether there is already some data in this or not. So there's already database created. And what I've done is, in the BW system, I already created database connection to this IQ database, which is running in that system. I just gave the connection name, I said IQ, and then Sybase it is, username, password, and then I give a connection string, yeah. And then I've connected it. Yeah. I thought we can test this. You can use this ADBC test connection. So it's able to open the connection and close it. So the connection is fine. Once I have the database connection to IQ, we go to the administration and we do the settings for NLS here, nearline storage connections. Just give some name of connection, and then I'm going to use this DB connect which I just created here. So the connection is all fine, just save it. Now here I'm going to specify this class here which is used for IQ. I can use it for DB6, DB2, a max DB, but I'm leveraging IQ here. Yeah. So like this, I already have the connection created. Okay. Let me create a DSO. So I've done the loading, I'm just activating this request. Now if you see the data, I've got Cal here. I've got 12, 13, 14 and I've got 15. I've got 4 years of data here. I would like to hold 2015 into this, and 12, 13, 14 I would like to push into NLS because that is historical years. Yeah. How do I archive this particular DSO? Right click, create the data archiving process. This is not AD character, this is NLS archiving, and choose NLS connection as this. This will tell you whether the connection is all fine or not. Okay. Just give some description. And I would like to do partition this on the year and then selective. I would like to push data from this DSO to the NLS selectively on the year wise. So this can be archived as primary partitioning, so it takes year. Okay, choose other groups. Okay, fine. Well, I'm okay with that. Just say activate. So once we have created this data archiving process, you should see the symbol that this has been enabled for archiving. Yeah. Now get to the manage of this DSO. Then you see this tab, archiving tab here. Here would create this archiving request. Click on create. So you would like to push 2012. See, it says the 70 deletion phase confirmed and request complete. So once the data is moved to NLS, the data will be deleted in your DSO. Okay. Start. So it's completed. Now it's just calendar year 2012 and number of records being pushed into NLS is 3. Now once that is done, that's it. If you just get into this DSO, you will not see any data for 2012. 13, 14 and then 15. No, there's no 12. Now 12 has been pushed into your NLS. So now we should be able to see the data in NLS, right? So if you get to the display of this NLS storage, in this, see this nearline object. Okay? Just another table name. Within BW, we can monitor this. Run this program. Yeah, we can see the contents. First, from the let's get the table name for this nearline object. This is my table ON and the table name. Yeah. Now go to the IQ. See, now when I look at this table data in IQ, I can see this the 3 orders and of year 2012 in it. Yeah. Same way, if I archive this again, now let's say this time I would let archive 2013. It's failed. If you go to logs, it has failed. I think it has reached max corrections. So it says the table is locked. So when this fails in, set it to invalid. I can archive it again. Now it's done. Again, the 10 records have been pushed of 2013. Float NLS. Run this, I should see those 13 records. 607 was an old request, 611 is a new one. 2012 and these are 2013 here. Okay. Okay. Now when I do reporting on this, now first forget about reporting now. Okay, let's do reporting. Now when I do reporting on this DSO, will I be able to read the data from NLS also? That's the point. Now look at this. It is showing, let me remove this order. It is showing data for 14 and 15. Now it is not showing data for 12 and 13, which is in NLS, right? So how do you set the query property so that it does read from NLS also? Just get to query properties. If you go to extended, you see a property called nearline storage. Just do not read, drop down, say read NLS. Now it will start reading even 12, 13, 14, 15 also. So you get to see data for 12, 13, 14 and 15 also. But if I want to make it dynamic also, I can make it. I can make it as a variable entry. Create that variable. Now when you run the variable, it will ask you whether you want to read from NLS or not. You can fill this with customer exit if required. If I say 0 does not read anything. So can you control this with customer exit first? With I step 2, depending on the year what he selects, you can choose whether it has to read from NLS or not. Okay. That is one. Now while loading it to data mart, let me create another DSO. Now I'm trying to load data from the DSO to the next level target. See, I'm loading from ZDNLS, so ZDMNLS, but ZDNLS has been archived. Yeah. If I just do normal loading, it does not read anything from the archive. Yeah. If you go to the DTP, if you drop down, active table without archive. If I do this way, let me do full so that I can do multiple times. If I say active table without archive, it will only load the data what is not archived. That is 2014 and 15. See, only 36. But if I say active table with archive, it will extract the data from the DSO as well as sorry. Yeah, there are only 36. No. It's not getting refreshed, but we use this option to read data from NLS also, archive data. Okay. When it's activity with archive, it also reads archive data. And next is in the query properties, you can see the runtime of the query. Let me read from NLS and then sorry. When you go to display statistics found, now here if you look at this, this is the time it is used to read from the data provider, and when you see N, this is the time it is used for reading from NLS bus. Okay, you can see the split of the timing from NLS and from your provider here. And this archiving part can be scheduled. Okay, one more thing. One is like reload, say I have archived here for 2012 and 13. So if I look at my DSO, I see only data for 14 and 15. Yeah. So now I would like to reload the data for 2013 back to my BW system from NLS. Just click on this. You can say reload. I don't want subsequent, only this one here. So now it says 10 records, now it says -10. Yeah? It brings those data back. I get to see data for 2030. Like this, you can even reload back from NLS to provider. Yeah? So this is important. Let's say I have a DSO where it is archived, and you're trying to do some changes to the structure of the DSO. So you must reload all the data back to the provider, then change your structure, then archive it back again. Without reloading, if you change the structure, you will get into problems. You will not be able to archive any further. And then this archiving process is not a one-time job. It's a background job, right? You can use it. You'll have process type in the process chain which can archive it. Archive data from an info provider. I put for 2014. That's it. That has been archived. I should see 2014 data in general. See 2012 and 14 also. Okay. So like this, you can schedule that with process chain, and within BW, if you want to monitor, this is a program I said, RS DRA. For monitoring, we can use this program. See. Not accept many connections. So there's some limited connections it accepts.
sir, can I ask a question?
1 second, I'm almost done.
Okay.
So we use this program for monitoring the partitions of the tables what is created in NLS. So this is my NLS. It's the 32, if you just get in. There's one partition on the request number, 607, 3 records, 611, 10 records, 617, 29, and this is set as indicate because I've deleted this data. I've reloaded, right? So it's set as deletion. Okay. So I've just given an Excel sheet. I've sent this document already. A screenshot, how do we create a archiving process, then how you schedule it, how you run it, yeah. If it's multiple characteristics, how you do DTP, how do you schedule with archiving, without archiving, how do we reload or restore back, and how can do that, how can you schedule the same thing with process chain, and how do we see the query runtimes with NLS and without NLS. Yeah, now you can ask your question. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So if you have archived until 2015 and you are only having 2016 your DSO,
Okay.
and for example, if a new record comes with 2015, does it automatically gets archived?
No, that is that and point to be noted. You will only archive the data which is for which the new data is not accepted or expected. That's why I'm archiving only the old data, because if you get your archived data for 2014, let's say new transaction comes again on 2014, it will not overwrite, right? It will add up as a new record. So you'll have some inconsistency with the data. Yeah.
And the lookup part, sir, if there are lookups on data, will they work on archive data also, or will they not get?
No, they'll not work out. No.
Okay.
Because generally archiving is done on the topmost providers where it is used for reporting. So if you're using that in the lookups, so not to do this, because you will not have this data physically in your active tables. Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay. So this is about NLS. Yeah.